first card already popped out. It like fell, so can't really argue with that one, right? The universe says, and so it is. All right, so guys, last week we had a lot of shit pop up and a lot of things move. Big questions, right? Last week we were asked, okay, how are you gonna consciously plan your life forward, right? But that means we had to let go of some other shit. So how did we do? How did we let go of our shit in order to step forward into our original essence? Did you guys feel any shifts for yourself last week? Let me know in the comments. I would very much like to see how you guys are basically bridging one week to the next, right? And that's why we do these readings, to see how the flow of our lives are going, right? Yes. I love these. This makes me so excited. You know that? I really love doing these for you. Let's just do a little bit of a recap, right? Why do we do these readings every single week? Why do we do this? Why do we put ourselves in this placement where every single Sunday we're getting together to do this? Weekly focus readings are to focus on the energy that is coming up, the energy that's coming next that we're going to walk into for the week ahead, right? Week to week, they start to flow. They create this energetic flow that we can sense, this thing that we can tune into. And what skill does that take? It takes intuition. It takes you becoming sensitive to the signs of the universe. And that's what intuition is. It's that gut feeling where you're like, I think this means something, right? So we do this every single week so that we can hone our intuition and those skills of seeing the signs, so that as things come up for us, we're like, yo, wait a minute, I know that means something and this is what it means. It means this for me, right? That's why we're doing this. So let's just jump right in. Let's connect last week to this week, right? Okay, first card we got was the drum. The drum is a really important card. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Second card, completion. Did we not get this card like 3 weeks ago? Right? When we were closing out of something else? I think so. All right, the drum. The rhythm of the drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe. Its wood frame links you to the trees and helps you journey to the lower world via the roots and the upper world through its branches. Now, both of these cards came out upright. That means they have an invitation for us. That means we are being invited to do something. It's not medicinal, so there's no questions. It's more of just like okay, now that you did that, let's see what this does, right? So it says, the drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go, once you jump in. Collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it is going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. We tuned into that last week, did we not? With our original essence calling to us with the soul retrieval card. Okay, so here it is again. Be carried away by what is really essential in your life. So by trying to tune into who you originally were before all the traumas in your life, before all the adversity, before all of these people's voices got stuck in your head telling you that you're not anything. Okay, before all of that, your original essence, we were asked to tune into it. So by tuning into it, that's where you would find something that's really important to you. Like for myself, I'll use myself as an example. What's really important to me is honesty. Honesty, 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 honesty. I love people that are honest about who they are, right? They're not afraid to be the quiet one. They're not afraid to be the loud one. They're not afraid to ask the question or to say how they truly feel. I love honesty. A lot of the friends I used to have weren't very honest. So I had to go back to my original nature of, I love honesty and I love seeing the truth of a person. And then I started to welcome in more honest people because I became more honest. Just kind of how it works. So the drum is it's inviting us literally to figure out what is important for us from last week and really start to pull it in. Because that's the rhythm of how we're going to tune into our life, right? If we're beating a drum of dishonesty, we're lying all the time, we're not really saying how we feel, we're not taking the opportunity to speak our truth, that's the energy we're putting out. That's the rhythm of the drum that we're beating, right? But if we beat an honest rhythm where it's like all fucked up and it's just ours and it's honest, it's real, then that honest, real vibration will come back to us, because there's only honest and real people that will dig your rhythm, right? So going through life by the beat of your own drum has never been more spot on. Whatever beat you're drumming is intentional, because you seek to bring into your life what's most important to you, right? The other card is our completion card. All things have a beginning, middle, and end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, the fruit, and all of human relationships as well. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old into a new one. You've finished an old cycle, and there is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it's time to honor what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. Okay, I did a video the other day about what we do with the fruits of our character. When they've already sprouted and we finally have them, what do we do with them once they're there? We have to use them before they spoil, right? So this completion cycle, okay, from last week, we were asked to retrieve our original essence and to consciously create our lives forward. Whatever came up last week, because it was a very medicinal week, it asked a lot of shadow question for us, a lot of introspective, reflective things going on, and having us question the patterns we had. With all of that going on, whatever came up, whatever answers you found, you're like, fuck, I have to stop doing that thing I do. Yeah, okay. Because that's how I get to my original essence. That's how I plan my future forward, by letting this go. Completion of a cycle. You were ready to let that go. You really were. And now you're ready to call into your future the beat of your own drum, the things that you find valuable, the things that are important to you. You're over it. You're ready to start this new thing. You're ready to really bring it home, right? So by finding your original essence as of last week and really tuning into it, you can beat your own drum, call in that vibration for yourself, and then that will basically end the shit pattern that you had and create this newness forward for yourself, where you're ending that cycle and bringing in a new one. Because this new rhythm, right? This new rhythm is going to literally call in the life that you've been wanting. Because now you're ready. You were asked all the questions last week. You answered them. You found some insight into maybe the things that were standing in your way. Someone's voice maybe from your past. Some experience. Some other feelings, right? That you were ready to let go of. And you did. And now we're here, starting to beat the rhythm of our own drum to complete that cycle. We're done with it. We're ready to create that future. Okay? Let's see what this mantra card has in store for us to support us through this week. I actually think that one's the one. Yeah. This is a good one. So when we do a lot of work on ourselves, we get this addiction to being self-critical. Get this addiction to being like, okay, if I can just work on this, if I can just heal that, if I can just get to this spot, I'll be great. Everything will be fine there. It's like destination addiction, really. And it's not that great. So we need to take a step back, take a moment and witness. We've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of pattern breaking over the last 2 months together, right? Talking about these things, really getting into the nitty-gritty of who we are and how we're not stepping forward. I love myself completely and unconditionally. That's our support for the week, because we do need to step into that loving place within ourselves. We need to open up our heart space and give ourselves some credit, right? Self-love is daily. As we step off the roller coaster ride of trying to be something or someone that doesn't reflect our truth, We're learning to love and approve of where we are in the moment. That is so true. Can you feel that? You are worthy of love right here, right now. Again, like I said, it's not a destination thing. You're not worthy of love when you finally have all these things completed or healed or figured out or all your triggers, mended. No. You are fucking worthy of your love here and now. Right now. As you're learning your own song on your own drum, and as you are ending a cycle and beginning your new one, that in between where you're making the mistakes on your drum and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, you're deserving of love throughout that whole entire process. You are a beautiful mess, right? So when you're painting a painting, it's not perfect the very moment that you start. It has layers, it has textures, it has different colors. It has different stages of, wow, I don't really know what this is gonna be yet. Or how is this gonna end up? Not entirely sure, but here we are just painting. Dude, you're a freaking mess in the middle and you're supposed to be because there's a beauty in it. There's something to be loved in the process of that creative process, right? You are creating yourself, so love yourself unconditionally through this. You're doing the work. Are you gonna shit on the artist who's in the middle of painting and be like, yeah, your painting sucks? It's not even done yet. We can't even say that. It's nowhere near the idea, the fruition of the idea. Our lives right now, our relationship with ourselves could probably be nowhere near the end result, the end idea of what we had, but we're in the journey, we're doing that work. So we deserve that love and support from ourselves, not from outside ourselves. Because that's that addiction of, oh, then and there, that's when I'll be happy. Here and now with ourselves. That's where it has to start. The moment that we take in our own relationship, that's when every relationship that we enter into begins to improve. This is actually a really quick one. This really worked out. So this week, we are learning to beat the drum to our own rhythm. Do your own thing, right? And we ended a cycle last week. We looked at some shit, and you're ready to let it go. You are ready to let go of what is stopping you from being in your original nature. You're ready to get to who you are and get to the future you want to create, the life you want to create. So now we're calling it in with that drum. And we're all set with it. We're all set with that other cycle. Guys, we are right where we need to be. And we're improving ourselves. This whole divine self-connection relationship thing we have going on, right? Love. We're adding love to the mix. How could anything go wrong with love? It can't. Unless there's an absence of it, because then that's sad, right? But love is never the problem, is it? Nope, it's everything that stands in the way of you getting that love. Interesting concept, right? So maybe that, you know what, I'll throw that in. That's an extra question. What's standing in the way of you unconditionally loving yourself? Are you judging yourself for not having the right rhythm on your drum yet? You'll get there. Have compassion. Stop the judgment. There's no point, because you're beautiful in your journey, right? You're ending patterns and beginning a new one. It's going to be messy. So love it while you're there, because there's nothing else to do. You're there already in the middle of it. Might as well love yourself while you're there, right? Okay, my friends, I would really love to know how last week affected you. So please tell me in the comments, how did last week and you being asked to look at your original essence and build your life forward consciously, how did that affect you? What things came up that showed you where you compromised in your life? Where did you settle for love when you shouldn't have? Tell me all the things. And then how is this affecting you guys today? Do you see how the weeks roll into each other? Are you starting to flow down the river of this energy yet? Tell me all the things. I want to know. Okay, and just in case you guys don't know yet or haven't seen it, I'm offering personal readings now. They're up on my website. You can book them for 30 minutes or 60 minutes, and there's also relationship ones, but those are mandated at 60 minutes because there's a lot going on in there. So if you would like readings with me on a personal level to see how these weekly readings fit for you specifically, head over to my website, book yours in, and we will get you scheduled. Okay? All right, but yeah, let me know in the comments How are all these readings working for you? I really want to hear. I love the engagement. And if there's any problems, drop them in the comments anyway. I'll talk to you. Right? Okay. I love you all. You're amazing. And I really hope that through this week, you are stepping into what rhythm is yours. What do you value most about life? And what do you want to bring towards yourself? Start beating the drum to that rhythm so that you can create your life forward with love and support from yourself. Okay? All right. Well, I'll see you guys. Bye.